Step 1, goals, dreams, and visions. Now this is to be fun. What I want you to do in each of these 7 categories is to write down 3 goals in each category. And the goals need to be what we call SMART goals. They need to be specific. They need to be measurable. They need to be achievable. They need to be bounded by a time boundary. You want a goal that anyone else can see that you have accomplished it at the end of the year or the time period that you're working with. Now, I do this at a minimum every year. And sometimes I do it before tax season and sometimes I do it after tax season as well. Because things change and this is evolving and it's always going to be different. And you've got to be prepared to be flexible and to move with the changes that come to you. I don't want you making decisions because I don't have enough money to do that. I want you making decisions from the standpoint of this is what I want and I'm going to figure out how to make it happen. The how is not your job. You don't need to know how, but you have to be crystal clear on what you want. And you need to know the numbers so you can turn on the light switch and you can clearly see the path. But you also need to have goals in all aspects of your life. Not just your business, not just your health, not just your finances. You need goals in every area that you specify and look at where you want to go and what you want to be. If you can imagine it with clarity, then it's achievable. And so if you are specific and clear about what you're going to do with the money and what it is going to look like, then you are much more able to bring it into reality. Now, these are not intended to be 5 and 10-year goals. These are intended to be goals that are set for the next 12 to 18 months. So if in career and professional you say you want to make $100,000, by when, how much a month, be specific, be measurable. If you want to get a promotion, if you want to launch a program, if you want to create speaking engagements. So you can have all sorts of career and professional goals. Now those goals are going to vary by individual and there's no right, there's no judgment, there's no wrong, but it needs to be specific to you and what you want to have happen. Now we've got career, personal relationships, personal life. Well, now that's where you'd put a new car if you want a new car. Financial, maybe a savings goal, maybe a retirement goal, maybe a get out of debt goal. We have health and lifestyle. You may want to lose weight. How many pounds? By when? And recreation and free time. What do you like to do for fun? And the last thing that we want to look at is what gift do you want to leave the world with? What do you want to be remembered for? What are the important aspects of your life that you want to look back and say that you made a contribution? So we're going to look at goals in each of these areas. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how much each one of those goals costs. What is the money required in order to achieve that goal? So if you want to go on a date night once a week with your spouse and you want to spend $100, that means you need $400 a month for date night. And these are things that you want in your life. And we're not talking about things that you have already. We're talking about things that you want and things that you want to create. So you may join a gym. You may save 10% of your earnings. You may tithe 10% of your earnings. You may make jewelry. You may spend an hour a day doing yoga. Any one of these things can be the goal that you set aside but it needs to be specific, it needs to be measurable, and it needs to be bound in time. And you need the financial aspect of the goal. If you intend to buy a Mercedes, then you need to know how much a Mercedes costs. So have some fun and dream and create a real vision of how you see your life in the next 12 to 18 months.